Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Brendan and welcome back to the channel, and today I want to explain everything bearish about Bitcoin. Now, if you guys haven't seen already, Bitcoin has already started to take a pretty nasty rejection from that 20k area, as it is now $2,000 below that at $18,000. Now, if you guys remember from yesterday's video, I talked about this a little bit, but I was actually pretty bullish on Bitcoin. But now that we have broken both the 50 EMA and the bottom of this support line, I do have one main price target that I am looking at for Bitcoin that I really do think that it needs to hold. So if that sounds interesting at all, make sure you guys stick around for the entire length of the video, as there will be important information discussed the entire way through. But that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this one. So the first thing I want to do here is actually take a look at where Bitcoin's at right now, because if you guys remember from yesterday's video, I talked about the symmetrical triangle on Bitcoin. Now, I was actually expecting this guy to go ahead and break out to the upside, but obviously that is not happening, as we have already broken the support of the symmetrical triangle along with the 50 EMA. So we're going to go ahead and talk about our targets to the downside. But one of the quick things that I want to note in this area is that not only did we break the 200 EMA, or excuse me, the 50 EMA and the support line of the symmetrical triangle, but after breaking down, we came back up, hooked both of them as resistance twice, and then continued to the downside. Now, you guys have probably heard me use the term break, hook, and go on this channel before, but that's exactly what we're seeing in this scenario, except in more of a bearish perspective. And over the large majority of this year, we have seen that in a very, very bullish perspective. So what this means is that, we have broken through resistance, we've retested it. What was formerly support is now turned resistance, and now we are continuing to the downside. So there's really one main spot that I'm looking at here for Bitcoin, and that's going to be the 200 EMA on this 4-hour time scale. Because if we look at the last time that Bitcoin broke this 50 EMA and broke that that higher swing low mentality, the 200 EMA was the immediate test of what we did. And so we can see over here that, we had been riding the 200 EMA, using it as support, continuously. We broke this trend, came right back down to the 200 EMA, and then started consolidating, and then continuing back up to the upside, forming an ultimately higher swing high. So if Bitcoin's going to do anything in this scenario, again, I think it's very, very similar in the sense that we have had this 50 EMA being used as a support line, and we've had these higher swing lows continuating. I think the only difference here is that we had lower swing highs along with this. Now, if you guys look at the past over here, we had consistently higher swing highs, when over here we're seeing lower swing highs. So it is a little bit of a different scenario, but nonetheless, the support argument for this is very, very similar to what we saw over in this area, because both the both the trend line and the 200 EMA, the 50 EMA was being used as support. So I think my number one area that I'm looking at here on Bitcoin is going to be around $17,500 as a support area. Now, if that does not hold, then I think things could really get dangerous for Bitcoin here, because what that would mean is that we would potentially have a lower macro swing low. Now, that could be a sign that, Bitcoin is getting ready to continue in a bear market. But again, we are very, very far from that area, at least for the time being, because Bitcoin would have to break below $16,000 to signify anything like that. And obviously, we do have a decent amount of support in between where we're at right there and where we're going to, maybe continue downwards too. So going back down to the chart of Bitcoin right here, I don't want to shed too much negative connotation on this, because I always say that I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin, but I do want to recognize kind of what's in front of our face over here, as what was looking pretty good could potentially turn into something worse. So if I'm looking again anywhere, guys, I think that the 200 EMA is going to be the place of reason, the place to look at over here. But ultimately, we aren't selling off that fast yet. Hopefully, I don't jinx us in saying that, but the sell-off really isn't that bad. And again, we are handling $20,000 substantially better than we did the last time we tested this area. Because if you guys remember the last time we tested this area, as I showed in yesterday's video, if we just want to zoom out just a little bit as this all loads in over here, Bitcoin sold off from $20,000 to $10,000 very, very fast. And I think it's, looking at this in hindsight and perspective, it's very easy to say that we are holding this and managing this territory a whole lot better than we did the last time. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. That is going to go ahead and round us off over in here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. There's a lot more content coming your guys' way. If you guys like things about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, I am definitely your guy, because I love talking about this stuff, and I've been doing it for a couple of years now. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the content. Again, if you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.